What is going on, guys? So, as you just saw from those intro clips, we are in a 2015 Mustang Roush Stage 2, or RS2, is that the proper?
Yeah, RS2.
RS2, but not a typical naturally aspirated RS2. This one has a VMP Gen 3 supercharger on it. It's an automatic, which I think is a fantastic thing. These cars are fast with the auto. So we're gonna go take it for a ride. So this car has Kooks long tubes, the Roush axle backs on it. Of course, we're auto. It has a Lund tune on it, making about 750 wheels.
750 rear wheel, yep.
Oh yeah. So I'm excited because this would be an awesome power plant to swap into a new Edge Mustang or something similar like that. And I was also considering getting one of these before, you know, I got the GT500 as well. So VMP Gen 3 Stage 3 kit, ID 1050X injectors, has an 85mm pulley, which looks massive compared to the one on my GT500. Car makes good power. It's on 93 octane and a butane mixture, so giving you probably about 100 octane.
Yeah, about that.
It has Steeda suspension, so Steeda springs. Car looks killer. It has these Project 6GR wheels, which look awesome, and I think we might need to feel it out. Can we make it to Mexico? What do you
Either
think?
Mexico or Canada, yeah, I think we're there. Having never been in the passenger seat, that was pretty awesome.
Now, do you usually leave it in sport mode? Sometimes when it depends on the tune, but sometimes I'll kick it in and drive and let it shift itself.
You could do that too.
You know, if I'm commanding a gear, usually I'll command the first gear, then I'll just kick it and drive.
Right.
So have you ran this in the quarter mile yet?
I have not yet. I still have the G-force axles and drive shaft that need to go in.
Oh, okay.
And I really want to put a better tire on it. Right now it's got the Nitto 555 G2s. So I really want to put a better tire on it just so that I can get those 60 foots down. But it's in the plan, and hopefully by the end of the summer I'll be able to get that done. So at least get my first 10-second quarter mile. I think that's the first goal.
With ease, for sure. I mean, if you got like a nice 17-inch drag pack, and I think you'd be there.
Right.
Is it still stock converter?
Still stock converter, yeah.
Okay. So we are up in, well, we go to Mexico for those polls, but we are up in Massachusetts, which is kind of the area where I first started with Mustangs. I'm from Rhode Island originally. Minivan. So Lund tune tries very good. We're actually in sport mode, so it has a little bit of rev matching. Oh wow, Maserati. That's the sauce? Or Jaguar? Is it Jaguar?
Yeah, I think that was a Jag. You can go for it.
Let's see. These roads are so wacky, dude. Yeah, let's see. Hard down low, and it pulls up top too. The Gen 3 pulls really good up top. The Whipple kind of is a little bit softer on the hit, and then it makes power as you rev it out. There we go.
did.
I'm surprised. That car's pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, it is. You know, right after I got the dyno done in Carlisle, on my way home, I met up with a BMW M4. And I'm like, what the hell is he thinking? He needs like another 150 horsepower just to even think about it.
That thing's loud. I don't normally see modified like Jaguars.
No. So I'm like, what is he thinking? He's going to need like at least another 150 horsepower to play, right? He kept up with me up until like 4th gear. I was like, are you kidding me here?
So this car is a lot of fun, and don't let anybody tell you that a automatic Coyote is not fun. Just add boost to it and it's blast.
Now, if there was only one person in the car, I'm sure it would be completely different because we also have a lot of added weight to the car.
This is set up kind of, you know, I go to a lot of car shows. It's a hard partner. Am I going to race it? Yes, I'm going to race it. Am I going to be at the track every single weekend? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be at the track every weekend. I'm not going to be at every car show. It's just kind of like an all-around. You know, I got stereo work done to it, the looks, the speed. I went for like ultimate street car is what I was going for.
Yeah, it looks good. It's fast, shifts great, drives great, and you're just on 93 octane and boosting. And I mean, it's fast and it's a lot of fun. I would bet that even with these tires, you could squeeze into the 10s, even with a not so good 60 foot. And then, I mean, if you do a little, you know, weight reduction, maybe take out the seats, drag pack,
right?
You know, you're going to be right on that 9 second, 10-0, 9 second range. So the car feels awesome.
I'm glad to hear that, actually.
Yeah.
So I have nothing else to compare it to. So, you know, getting your professional opinion, you know, that means a lot. So thank you.
So for those of you guys who don't know, a Roush car like this one, so it's an RS2. So this actually goes down the assembly line at the Roush factory in Michigan, which I actually visited there in January when I went up for the GT500. The car goes down the assembly line. This one was an RS2 spec. So this would have gone down the assembly line, gotten the appearance package. I think it has a few interior tweaks in here, and that one basically gets approved, checked off, and sent off to the dealership where it was sold. So, and then in the case of the RS3s, which they actually didn't make any in 2015, right? Is that 2015?
No.
There was something about RS3s. They weren't making them, and then they started making them. I'm not sure if it was 2015. Well, I know that was 2018.
Yeah, 2018, they had the jackhammer, but the jackhammer, the supercharger for that was a dealer installed option.
Yeah.
I do know that one for a fact.
So, well, this one did end up getting a supercharger anyways. Got the VMP Gen 3, which is funny because the lower intake, all of the accessories, everything really is the Roush supercharger below. And then the VMP Gen 3, which was actually manufactured by Roush too, on top. Now the new VMP Gen 3R casings are actually made by Magnuson, which is, you know, interesting, but they do still bolt up to the same Roush lower intake. And of course, this is a GT Premium below the Roush, so you have leather seats, AC, air conditioned seats, heated seats, was it dual climate control, all that fun stuff in this car as well. Speed limit real quick. Yeah, Advanced Track was like, nope. It shut the throttle body right up. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this car, and it's really streetable. I mean,
yeah,
93 octane, throw some boosting in there just for some safety and have fun. It's on 85mm pulley, which is like super low boost.
Right. Yeah, I think it's 13 pounds at the most. But then once you open up the exhaust with the long tubes, I think it even kicks it down back down to 12.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, with the Gen 3, VMP actually had to start making larger pulleys. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. Make sure you guys slap a like button down below. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. This car is awesome, and it's a very simple, easy setup that anyone could do to their Auto Coyote. Now, the car looks incredible, and it performs performs really great. So leave a comment down below, let us know what you think. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you go and follow Forced Induction Drive. There's a title right here, and we'll see you guys next time.